That's what was good about the music, man.
Yeah.
People.
The people, the food,
Yeah.
fellowship. Like it was like one of the first times I felt like I belonged to something special. And I think I was like, for me,
He was a big part of it, you know, like freaking the music thing.
yeah, yeah. I was growing into myself, man. But like even to see this like this is still good because all of it grew. We out here at Baldwin Beach at the garden that began in 2023, I think, right? Like right after the fires a little bit, and then no, the pavilion was gone, and then boom, we relocated to over here, right in front of the temple, in the bathrooms, did music, got the case rider, got the spaceship, Baldwin Beach here on Maui, and so basically talking about yeah, getting the community services back going over here at Baldwin, and that's Casey right there. He's really the founder. We were talking about that this morning about how he initiated us all to get over here and just clean up this area. It was funny because this morning someone asked like, who started all this, and you know, Uncle Aggie, and she was torn between did Aggie start it, did Soleil started, did Casey started, and I was just like, hey, I'm mutual. I was there when it started, and what I would say is that it was a collective of people, but that guy right there, Casey, he initiated it, so we deem him godfather of the area. Let's see if I can get a good shot of him. There he is. Yep, getting to work. Crack kills, buddy, just so you know. And I just came out of the temple over at the Zen Buddha temple over there. You guys can follow him on Instagram. And so yeah, man, it's just one of those things where putting all the puzzle pieces together about what to do, with my life's purpose, and now that I've gone through so much healing and so much self mastery, I can now share, what I've learned and learning and what I'm applying to others, so that others can have another way. And that's the thing. That's the difference between my work and and what and I guess others is that I focus more on what is it that you're self mastering, and what's your path and what lights you up and what works for you. And so that's just been a journey for me to even like be okay with being okay. So it's been just have gone through um, a healing phase, and now be back here with my bros. Be back there somewhere, and just yeah, reigniting. You know, Men Hill, and the reason why it was founded out here, and started, for us to just really help each other. Have men help each other self master themselves, and understand themselves better, so they could be better communicators of themselves. Because I really believe in I can't love you the way I want to love you. I want to love you the way you want to be loved. And for me to do that, you must educate me, inform me. In order for you to do that, you must be informed of yourself. And so that's self mastery. So if we all can walk around as experts of ourselves, have extreme case studies on ourselves, as to like who we are. And the language I use is ontological competence, which means that you're to study the essence. You know the essence of yourself. You're an expert in yourself, and you're competent and can communicate who you are, and you can show up authentically and consistently, and never have to question. There may be many things you don't know. Like I don't know a lot of things, but no one knows me more than me. That's the whole point of self mastery is to understand that the path towards um, enlightenment is to be enlightened. And I just started just realizing that I can't keep investing time, energy, and talents into someone else's, you know, theories and philosophies. I had to just start to focus on, well, what is it that I can add to the table? I don't want to learn another system. I don't want to learn another person's ideology or philosophy. I'm ready to now know what I have to offer and present it accordingly and appropriately. Uh, yeah, to what balances me. So that's the whole point, man. That's the beauty of how I'm living right now. Let me just show you guys the shot of Baldwin Beach. And earlier we were talking about the pavilion where we got started, and it was like right there where these palm trees are, where there's grassy knoll was. That's where the pavilion was, and that's where we all met and would hang out and do music. That's where I met Hanale, and we would do music. And yeah, man, this was home for a while. I even camped out several times over here, and uh, so that's my story. I'm sticking to it, man. So we're just gonna, I don't know, do our best to clean it up. My best to clean it up. A little bit, a little bit. I saw you went to the coffee shop. Man, if you guys could have saw this area before, you'd be surprised. To go wow wow. Okay. Let me get myself back to work. Um, Now that I'm no longer a part of the Matrix 9 to 5 um, world anymore, I now have to discipline myself to yeah to monetize the things that I've been building for the last several years. Feels like all my life. So I'm uh I'm having to be creative, but definitely be creative and making a livelihood doing the things that I love, you know. Um, so I'm excited about that. I'm excited about um, UBU and just it being a movement to inspire people to be themselves, and to do their best. You know what I mean? Since when did doing my best become not enough? Or even you can ask yourself that question. Since when did doing your best become not enough? Like why is it that when I feel like I'm doing my best, I don't feel like it's it's the best thing in the world? Like why doesn't that feeling happen? And I just narrowed it down to it being just the conditioning. It's just being conditioning and my brain being trained to only view success or happiness through one lens. And once I became aware of that, it's like, okay, I don't actually want to look at it that way anymore. I want to be happy for me. And so it took just time going through the crucibles of my life and changing the story, changing the program and actually applying it. That's one thing to talk about it, but to apply it, to actually take a praxis, your theory and what you establish, to actually have that, you know, be implemented in your life. That's a whole nother story, and that's what separates me, my work, um, from anyone else's. Um, it's just I approach it with a systemic and a philosophy and a theory based on lived experiences. So basically, I have receipts for what I preach. I got receipts for what I preach. I'm showing you the journey of me becoming as I'm becoming. And it dates back to the Daddy Diaries to 2017 when I first started documenting my life. And so that my son would know the truth about his father. And my story, my journey, because I do believe that especially my generation had been we being newer elders, you know, we need to start having our digital fossils, read and be accurate. And what a digital fossil is just that we're online as well. Even though we have traditional ideas and philosophies and theories, we're still in a newer thought realm. What I mean? Our generation, we're the explorers, and we're the new elders, and I'm talking Gen X right now. So um, I just took it upon myself to say, since since I am an elder now in the community in humanity, um, I'm going to now have the story be accurate. It can only be from my perspective. You know what I mean? Otherwise, it'll just be someone else's perspective on my experiences. And I think right now we're at a place where you can actually do to be a digital fossil, you know, for your legacy, for your family, for your generations to come, and just start telling your story. That's the digital fossil that I'm talking about. It's telling your story. Whether that be online on a podcast or through something, some sort of medium. Even if you have a Google Drive, it's just like telling your story so that you can build your legacy and that you can leave the digital footprint and the digital imprint, you know, for the rest of your, lineage. So that's really what I'm talking about right now. And so um, I'm happy that I've been doing that, and that's what I'm bringing to the table of when I talk about handling burnout and stressors and being self-mastered. I can show you the journey of me actually uh, applying and building, you know, these principles, and so yeah, I'm happy to just be, bringing myself to the world, and yeah, leaving it at that. So I'm gonna get out of here and get to my regular scheduled program. So I love you, and nothing you can do about it, and whatever you can do about it, so, online, DLC.m on all the social media platforms, or directly on my website, Eman'on.com. And I mean, that's the only other means. It's the only other means. So eyeballing me, spying on me. I'm just joking. Everyone's here to have a good time and enjoy the beach. Just enjoy the beach. Alright, y'all. Love you. You know you can do about it.